The footings of the basement and retaining walls are critical. That's usually the live joint, as we term it, and that's the joint between the slab or the footing, and then the wall is then placed on top of that. This is usually where a leak will occur if it's going to leak, so particular attention is paid by all our applicators. The FEW methodology is to get down on our hands and knees basically and get right into that joint with our brush-on material. This is then applied thoroughly into that joint to make sure that that joint will not leak. Even if you don't put another membrane on it, that joint will not leak. So this is important. So what we do is we get right down, get it coated, get 2 or 3 coats on there and prepare it up. If it's a nice clean junction, we'll actually use a polyethylene fabric on that as a reinforcement barrier as well. That's embedded into the liquid rubber. And then once that's done, the overall membrane is applied over the top. So effectively on that joint, you perhaps have about 5 or 6 coats of membrane, so you can understand it's a very substantial part of the job and a very substantial coating that goes on it retrospectively. So after that's done, the coatings are on and they're all cured. We then use a protection sheet to protect that beautiful work that's all just been done. The protection sheet that we use is a sticky back material, which means it's a peel and stick. You rip the backing off it, stick it onto the membrane so it doesn't shift and move about when the excavators are coming back in to backfill those areas. And this is critical because otherwise fines and stones and things can get down the back of conventional type protection sheets. That will cause an amazing amount of damage to the membrane. This will puncture the membrane and start to leak, and quite often I've been faced with builders who think they know what they're doing. They'll put the protection sheet in, backfill it with scoria or crushed rock and so on. Then afterwards they go, it's leaking, why? So once it's dug out, we understand why, because you pull the protection sheet out, it's full of stone and everything behind it, and lots of little holes in that membrane. It's all gone on there. And it's not just our membrane, this is other membranes as well. So it's critical to protect the membrane, very often overlooked.